I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we are building another house for my save file, and this one is going to be in Newcrest. So you may recognize the style of the house a little bit because I have built two other bungalows for the same area in Newcrest, and I kind of wanted them all to sort of look not the same, but like close, like almost the same. Does that make sense? Like they would be neighboring houses made by the same architect possibly. So yeah, it does look a little bit like the other two bungalows that I did, the family bungalow and also the Newcrest bungalow. But this one is not for a family actually, it's going to be for 3 roommates. So it's a little bit different when it comes to the interior and also the floor plan, just because I really needed to do something different for the last one of the bungalows. I had actually planned out that the last house that I was going to build in this area was going to be something closer to the typical Danish house, which is also going to be in this area of Newcrest, but I just wasn't feeling like doing gambrel roofing, to be honest, so I would rather... I wanted to build another bungalow basically, so that is what we're doing, and that means that this area in Newcrest is actually done. So it's the area on the right side of the Newcrest map. It's like the long stripe of buildings, if that makes any sense. Like there's like 5 lots right next to each other, and this is also on the 40 by 20, so it's a lot that I've actually never built on before because I feel like a 40 by 20 is such a weird size. Like it's such a long lot, you know. So but I think it turned out nice. They had quite a lot of room for backyard stuff, so actually also a really nice front yard too, so I went a little bit crazy with plants. It does really match the landscaping at the other two or surrounding the other two bungalows, but I do like how it turned out. I feel like there's a little bit more going on because I did have a little bit more space to deal with and also just decorate and stuff, but yeah, I like how this bungalow turned out, so hopefully you guys will like it too. So like I said before, it's going to be for 3 roommates, so there is a total of 2 bathrooms in this house and then 3 bedrooms. Technically you could have 6 Sims living in this house. You could also, if you really want a family to live in this house, you could definitely turn some of the bedrooms into children's bedrooms or teen bedrooms or whatever life stage you want living in there. But I just really wanted to build something for roommates. I think it's also been slightly requested if I could do so because a lot of people don't necessarily play with families, but play with young adult Sims or adult Sims and sort of just control their lives a little bit instead of having a family to deal with. So I wanted to build something for those of you who play like that instead of just building family houses over and over and over. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. So it's going to be for, I don't really know about the genders. I feel like the first room we're decorating is definitely for a guy and the second one is for a girl. But I mean, I'm kind of like loose when it comes to that. I don't really know like gender specific rooms. Colors don't have genders, so it's, you know, it's difficult to kind of, for me at least, it's difficult to kind of decorate for a certain gender, if you know what I mean, because people can like the same things. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy or a man and a woman, you know. So I don't really know. But I think the first one was supposed to be for a guy and the second one was more supposed to be for a girl. And then I don't really know about the third one, but I personally like the third one. I took the opportunity to just go a little bit crazy with plants in there. I went plant crazy. So yeah, if you like plants, that may be your favorite room. And the first one we're doing is actually going to be for a musician that's more into rock music. So the room is a little bit dark. It's mainly red, or is it orange? No, it's red and black, and then a little bit of white here and there, possibly some gray, but mainly black and red actually, which is a weird color combination to decorate with, but I feel like it works for that kind of personality a little bit. It's very dark in there. And then the second one is basically the complete opposite. So it's for a sim who loves white and purple and pink, and they also really want to be something to do with like live streaming, not live streaming, but like making big videos and stuff. They want to be a vlogger, I suppose, or maybe they want to run a beauty channel or something like that. But they have the live streaming or video making table in there because I thought it had been a while since the last time I used it, so I really wanted to use it again. I kind of tend to forget that it exists a little bit, but this time I remembered, so they have that in their room. And then the last one is a florist. So, or at least they like to make flowers. So they have a flower arrangement table in their room. They also have a lot of books in there, a lot of clutter, a lot of plants here and there. There's also, they have their own little gardening area in the backyard as well, where there's also another flower arrangement table, and there's also a beekeeping house, because I figured that would kind of go with that a little bit. And they just have a lot of plants in their room. There's a lot of color in there too, so it's kind of like, it's what I like to decorate. So yeah, definitely very excited for you guys to see the last room. But so far we're just decorating the interior already. Actually, this is the common area, so I put all the common areas basically just in one room. So they have the dining area in here, they also have the TV area, and also the kitchen. So I was trying to make room for as many bedrooms as possible, and that's why I put all the common areas in the same room. Plus they had this, as you could see before, if you kept an eye on me doing the floor plan, I was having huge issues with it, to be honest. There's a lot of different like little squares around the house, or not a lot, but there's a few where I had to put closets, for example. I think there are 2 squares that are just going to be empty, but there was just something about the house shape that made it really difficult to do the floor plan in this house. Also because I wanted to make sure that I had at least 3 bedrooms. So that was a little bit of a struggle, but I managed to figure it out. It's just a little bit weird. As you can see right there, that those are the closets I'm talking about. And then there's another square somewhere around the house that's just going to be empty. But yeah, I really wanted to just make sure that I had 3 bedrooms so we could fit as many roommates in this house as possible. So the floor plan just turned out a little bit strange, but hopefully it's all good anyways. So we got 3 bedrooms in here. They also have an office room actually where there is a computer, just because I like to add computers to my houses. I feel like it makes gameplay a little bit easier sometimes. There's a lot of stuff you can do on computer. For example, you can buy medicine if your Sims get sick. So, or order other stuff, fireworks. I don't know why you would need fireworks, but you know, you can get that on a computer too if you want to. So I feel like definitely adding computers helps a lot with gameplay. So I wanted them to have that, and I didn't necessarily want every single room to have their own computer in there, so I figured I would just add an office and we could put it in there. They also have a bookcase in there so they can read up on different skills as well, and they also have a chess table so they can practice their logic skill on that too. So that is right I think it's the right door once you enter the house. Like in the foyer you can kind of see there is a door to the right. So I think that's where I put the office. And then they have 2 bathrooms, like I said before. They do have laundry. They also have a clothesline outside, even though they have a washing machine or a tumbler, a drying machine. Whatever, that kind of, the machine that dries stuff, that's in the house too. But they do have a clothesline outside if they want to dry their clothes outside during the summer or something. So yeah. And then for the common areas, I also added a bar because I thought they would kind of be, I pictured them to be 3 young adults living together, so I figured they would kind of have a bar in the common areas. I just thought it would be fitting for them so they could maybe have friends over, have some housewarming parties or whatever they want to do, so I put that in there too. The bar was from Get Famous, by the way, if you were curious. I like that bar, but it does illuminate a little bit, which didn't necessarily fit super well into the room. But none of the other bars fit the room either, so I kind of just went with it. So this is the only bathroom that I'm showing you guys. I'm basically just using the same items for the other one. It just looks a little bit different because there's laundry machines, or there are laundry machines in the other bathroom. It's the smaller one. I don't know why I decided to put the laundry machines in the small bathroom. Where's the logic in that? I have no idea, but I did. So they have them in the other bathroom, which is quite close to the front door as well. So I tried to decorate it just a little bit because I don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I did write on Twitter that the only New Year's resolution that I had was that I wanted to care about bathrooms, because I really just don't. So I tried to decorate it just a little bit. I've been a bit lazy. I feel like right after New Year's I did try, but then I got lazy when it came to bathrooms again. So now I'm back. I want to try again. I want to make good, more interesting, exciting bathrooms so your Sims can look at some stuff while they're doing their business or whatever. So I try to decorate it just a little bit, put some plants in there and also some paintings. The paintings are from cats and dogs, by the way. So yeah, there's a little bit going on in there, but it's a pretty basic bathroom. And the other bathroom basically just looks the same kind of. So anyways, in here is the office that I was talking about. So you can see I put the computer over there. I do clutter it up in just a little bit. I put some, I think some books on there and some pencils and stuff. And then I also put the chess table over here. We got the bookcase that I mentioned before, as well as a couch here as well, so they can sit there and chill and read some books. So there's not a whole lot going on in this room. It's kind of empty. There's not a lot of furniture, but it's it's only 3 squares wide. So I didn't want to put too much in here, because then we just got this like narrow space in the middle of the room where your Sims can walk, and I felt like that would be a little bit awkward. So it's a very narrow office basically, but I fit as much in there as I thought I could. So yeah. Also, by the way, I don't know why I just completely skipped landscaping at the front of the house before I started doing the interior. I think I just kind of forgot about the landscaping, because I did the floor plan and then I just started doing the interior right after, but there was nothing going on at the front of the house. I didn't put any plants. I didn't even put details on the house yet. I don't know, that's just so against like what I usually do, because usually I would build the house shell, I'd put details on it, I'd do the landscaping at the front of the house, and then I would move on to floor planning and then decorating the house, and then at the very end I would do the landscaping at the back of the house along with, you know, backyard stuff, whatever. So I don't know what happened. I just completely forgot. I think I remembered in the middle of decorating the common areas that I just kind of looked outside and was like, huh? Why is it empty? Oh, I forgot. What the heck? So that was a little bit weird. I don't usually, like I said, I don't usually do that. I don't know what happened. But if you like interior, I suppose that is good for you, because you don't have to sit through me doing the exterior. But we will be doing the entire exterior later on, so don't worry about that. I didn't cut any of it, well, except from like terrain paint here and there. I didn't cut anything out, so if you are into exteriors mostly, just hang around for a little bit, we'll get there. As of right now, we are doing the first one of the bedrooms. So this is supposed to be for the guy who's like really into rock music. He has his own keyboard in here. I just clapped my hands, sorry if you heard that. Anyways, he's also got 3 guitars. One of them is a little bit fancy. It's the Grim Reaper guitar. I don't know how I got that one, by the way. I don't remember, but it's quite cool. I rarely use it, but I figured it would fit the theme. And I also had this feeling that, I don't know if I just misremembered, but I thought we had some rock posters somewhere in the decor catalog, but I couldn't find any, which was very frustrating. I swear we used to have rock posters. I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination, but I couldn't find them, so I put this movie poster over here, which was black and red, which is basically why I chose it. But maybe he's also into horror movies, who knows. So yeah, his room is very dark, it's a little bit cluttered, it's a little bit messy in there. I put some boxes and stuff on this bookcase as well, so it kind of looks like he's storing some items on here, because he needs to have his items somewhere in his room. I think he's quite into clothing as well. He probably has a lot of like leather jackets, leather pants, and all that stuff. I think that would kind of fit his vibe a little bit, so I think he's quite into clothing, to be honest. So he needs somewhere else he can store his random stuff. Maybe he has some recording stuff, recording equipment is what it's called. Maybe he has that stored in the boxes on his bookcase. I don't know. So yeah, I'll have to make these 3 Sims for the save file, by the way, so that's going to be fun. But anyways, we moved on to the next room, and this one is for the girl who wants to be kind of like I feel like she wants to be a vlogger or have a beauty channel or something like that. I just feel like the vibe in her room just kind of screams beauty to me for whatever reason. I think it's because it's so bright and kind of cutesy in here as well. She does have a few flowers around the room too, because I thought that would fit the vibe of the room as well, by the way. And I know the flooring is a bit of a contrast to this room, but I like when I use what's it called, wooden flooring, I like to use it throughout the entire house. Maybe if I have a children's room or a toddler room, I will change it to carpet instead, but I think it's more, it just seems more realistic to have the same wooden flooring around the entire house, you know? So I kind of just tend to stick with it, and if it doesn't really match the room that I'm decorating, that's just that. It's more realistic to me, so I just kind of go with it, and I did that in here. I do think it's a little bit of a contrast to the room, like I said before, but hopefully it's okay anyways. Hopefully you guys get my get the meaning behind it. So she has her little recording corner over here. By the way, if you want to add extra lights to the live streaming table or recording table, whatever they call that in the game, you can click on it and then click, is it buy add-on components, I think, and then you can add both an HD camera, and then afterwards you can add some lights and stuff. So I always do that when I use it in my builds, because I feel like it looks a little bit more professional when you have like proper light boxes and a ring light and a good camera and stuff. So I kind of tend to just do that. If I was doing a build for a newbie vlogger or something, I probably wouldn't, but I feel like she's far enough into her career so she would have an upgraded recording table, you know? And then we've moved on to the last one of the 3 bedrooms. So this is for the very plantsy sim, and basically I end up putting a lot of plants in here. I also wanted to use that one of the leaf wallpapers that we got in a free update at some point. I think it was from the Caribbean update or Caribbean update, whatever you want to call it. But it was just a little bit too much, so I decided to go for one of the solid swatches instead. But I really love that wallpaper, by the way. I definitely should use it more. And yeah, I put a lot of colorful furniture in here. It's also a little bit more antique, I think. Like maybe they got some, for example, that dresser over in the corner, they could have gotten that from their grandma or something, maybe their mom. Maybe it's like a family piece of furniture that they've just kind of had through generations or something. I think the bookcase here as well does look a little bit older. That's from Get Together, by the way. So it's supposed to be like for Tudor houses and stuff, which is probably why it looks a little bit older. At least to me it does. So yeah, she has a lot of plants, as you can see. I planted up these shelves like crazy. I just put every single small plant that I could find that wasn't a flower, except from like 2 of them, I think. And then I put those on the shelves over there, and it looks a little bit crazy, but I put them on the shelves above the flower arrangement table, so it could kind of look like she maybe made some of them herself and she's sort of showcasing them or something. Maybe she just finished one and put it on the shelf and she moved on to the next one or something. So I figured it would kind of make sense to have them over there above the flower arrangement table. So yeah, I like how it looks, but it's a little bit much. I will agree to that. So anyways, and I put some candles around the room as well. I know that's a little bit dangerous with both curtains and the bed as well a little bit, and also the different plants around the room, but you know, things don't catch on, well, except if you're cooking on a bad stove, at least, things don't catch on fire in The Sims as much. Maybe the incense things do, but I don't think candles do, so we should be good. And then we're moving on to the landscaping and also the backyard. So we're finally starting the landscaping. I really don't know what happened there, like honestly, I just completely forgot about it. It was very weird. Anyways, moving on. So for the landscaping, I kind of took inspiration from the neighboring house. Like I said before, I wanted them to kind of look like like it's supposed to look like a neighborhood, you know, so I wanted the houses to look sort of the same. I wanted the plants to go together. I'm basically just using the same plants I always use. So it's a mix of base game flowers or plants and also romantic garden stuff pack flowers. I don't know what I would do without that pack for like when it comes to landscaping and stuff. As you could clearly see on my base game house that I did last week, I am struggling to landscape without some of the flowers from Romantic Garden Stuff Pack. I just love them. They just add a little bit extra to the landscaping, so if you don't have that and you like to do landscaping, I would definitely recommend that pack. I've also talked about this on my Discord server before, I think. So, but yeah, it's been a while since I mentioned it. Anyways, so I cut some of me just placing down the hedges just because it was repetitive. And I am also cutting out just a little bit of terrain paint here and there because I'm basically just painting dirt, which is not super exciting to watch either. So that's probably now, yes. And other than that, we're just placing a lot of plants here at the front, some trees, and that's about it. And then we're moving on to the backyard where there's not a whole lot of like grass space in the backyard, like not a lot of cleared space, because I don't necessarily like that. I know that's very realistic when it comes to like on real houses, or when it comes to real houses, you would have big spaces of just grass, just like plain grass. But when it comes to The Sims, I like to fill out my spaces with stuff. So there's not a whole lot of just like cleared space here in the backyard. They have a pool, and then next to the pool, I put a small barbecue area with one of the big grills because I like to use those. I think it's from Perfect Patio, yeah. And then I also put in that little gardening area that I was talking about before. So I end up using this, I think it's like a glass kind of thing, like a glass roof thing from Get Together. And then I frame it up with some wall dividers that are from Dine Out. And it becomes this little space with like sort of like a wall. So I put the flower arrangement table in there. Sorry when I say it too fast, I just can't pronounce it. But anyways, I put that in there along with the beekeeping house and also a few plant pots so your Sims can plant some stuff in there. I know that you can also plant stuff in just the ground, but I like how it looks when you plant them in the pots because I think it looks really cute. So I ended up putting some of those in there, along with a bigger one actually. I find it difficult to find space for the big squares sometimes, the ones you can plant trees in. But I had some free space in this one. I don't know if you could actually plant a tree in it considering there's like glass roofing above it, but I'll have to playtest that. I haven't actually done that as of right now because I didn't really feel the need to with this house because there wasn't any... The rooms looked fine to me. I didn't really put things way too close together, so I actually haven't playtested it for a change. But definitely, if it doesn't work, just swap it out with one of the smaller pots and you should be all good. Or you can move it outside and you can plant one of the trees outside of that little glass roofing part of the backyard. Hopefully you get what I mean. So yeah, so sorry this video came out quite late tonight. I actually I was working on it, and then Craig, who's my boyfriend, came upstairs and was like, I'm gonna be your motivator, you're going to the gym right now, and basically just kind of like threw me out of the house a little bit, not literally. He was very persistent. So I went to the gym for a couple of hours and then I came back and worked on the videos a little bit more, and now we're done with it. But it was like I'd planned to finish up the video before going to the gym so I could render it while I was gone, but he was just very persistent, so I couldn't really say no, so I left, and unfortunately that means that this video is out quite late, but hopefully that is okay. Hopefully you guys managed to find time to watch it. If you did, leave a comment saying sunflower in the comment section down below. I quite like when we do this because I get to see like all your comments and stuff. It's really nice. I like the brain of like the people that don't watch the entire video are like, sunflower? I don't know what's going on. I find it quite funny. So yeah, If you're still watching, write sunflower in the comment section down below. And other than that, I am gonna wrap up this video now. So if you like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. As always, do let me know in the comment section as well if you got any suggestions for anything you want to see here on the channel, especially for face cam videos these days, because I really want to do more face cam, because I never do and I just really want to. So let me know if you got any suggestions for that. And when it comes to builds, I'm a little bit slow getting around to suggestions because I am working on my save file, so there are certain builds that I have to do, so I won't always be able to do the suggestions. But if you got anything, do let me know in the comment section. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
But it's like I did it just to spite you, because all we ever do is fight. Oh, and I really think it's time we say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind. It hasn't always been like this. Remember when we were in love? You were always there for me, and we could talk for hours. I don't know what happened to us. Oh, 'cause we bring each other down right now, and I don't even know why. You know, I really think it's time we say goodbye. Baby, I'm too fed up with us. I can't take no more screaming, hurting each other's feelings. Baby, I'm just too tired to talk, and you don't wanna listen. It's better we leave it all behind.